say that everything comes at a price. It can be true with some things. You want to study, to have a career, then you must study. You want to advance in your work, in your profession, then you must be a good professional, the best you can be. You want your family to remain close. You must dedicate yourself to it. You must dedicate it and spend time on education of your children. Things are not free. Children do not come out well educated just because. They don't stay at a job or you progress just because you do. Or even health. You are not in a good health. If you not take an effort to make it and take care of it, sometimes it's not your fault. But in other cases it is. That deteriorates, it is because you have to put effort into taking care of your health. Everything comes at a price. But do we, as people, also have a price? Because that is what the Gospels today tell us. The price which Judas sold Jesus. How much are you willing to give me if I give him to you? 30 silver coins. Admirably, even for that time, a misery. Christ was sold ridiculously cheap. But what about us? This is the question we must ask ourselves, we who believe in Jesus, in His divinity. We who from faith admirably contemplate His incarnation, His death, His resurrection. We who have every reason to thank Him and to live in anticipation of this gratitude to Him. Do we also set a price on Jesus? Are we? Sometimes say to men, sometimes to the devil, how much are you going to give me if I give him to you? An instance of pleasure. Pornography. Adultery. Disobedience to vows. How much would you give me if I hand them over to you? Or money. Money doing a business that is not honest. Or a revenge. Lying. Slandering. To hurt someone. We say to God or to men, how much do you give me if I hand them over to you? And we succeed. Do not mess with us. We betray Jesus. We renounce Him to be politically correct, so the world does not criticize us. We are in a little more money and comfort, some luxury, at the cost of giving up the Lord. It is extremely easy to criticize and condemn Judas Iscariot. It is amazingly comfortable. It is quite easy. But we must honestly ask ourselves, what do I do? What am I doing? The Lord was sold for 30 coins. And me? How much do I sell Him for? On the other hand, we do not own ourselves. We cannot sell ourselves because we have already been bought. St. Paul, who lived at a time where there were slaves, and they were buying and selling of slaves, at least in the great cities of the empire, there were slaves markers, undoubtedly, in Corinth, in Ephesus there. What St. Paul says, quote, we have been bought at the price of the blood of Christ. The Lord has paid the price for us. Do we not belong to ourselves? How can we sell Him? Selling ourselves if we do not own ourselves? He bought us, not for 30 cheap coins. He bought us, paying the price of His blood. That dreadful spectacle of seeing Jesus lashed, crowned with thorns, on the way to Calvary, crucified, uttering those words in his agony, seeing Jesus lifeless in his mother's arms. Is all that utterly worth it? To cause all of the pain for the moment of pleasure, or for a little more money, comfort, or to avoid criticism, to get revenge, it is worth? He who paid the price of our freedom, of our redemption with his blood, he is sold by us for much less than Judas Iscariot sold them. There is someone, however, who has not sold Jesus. The martyrs did not sell him, and they were offered what was worth the most, their lives, and they preferred to lose their lives before betraying Christ. The saints, even if they have not been martyrs, have fought their entire lives for the same thing: better to die than to sin. On this Holy Wednesday, let us ask the Lord to fill our hearts with so much love for Him that there will be nothing to separate us from Him, and that there is nothing that can tempt us enough to sell Him. May we prefer anything, even what cost us the most, before betraying Him, before being another Judas who sold Him for 30 coins or even less. Amen.